Shalom. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kwadash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder, Aharawan Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Also, salutations to the sincere Aki, pushing this truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Kharab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Not today. I'll be coming out with a lesson. It's a lamb back off a lesson that the brother Akkad and Yahweh Sop of this camp did, a while back. And it was a point that stood out to me what the brother Akkad was saying about how Esau likes to lie. He likes to tell dreams or tell lies, say things that are not true. And in these saying things that are not true, he tends to think that he will continue forever. And that is just not the case. But without further ado, I'm going to grab a couple of scriptures. It's based on the brother's video, which it says they shall build, but I will throw down. That's talking about the Lord destroying Esau's kingdom. Anything that he builds up. But without further ado, let's get right into it. This is Psalms 49, verse 11. It says, their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. And I brought this out, and I'm bringing this out because this is true. Esau, he thinks this. He thinks that he will continue forever. He thinks that the Lord will not come throw him down. And he goes around and he speaks and talks as if he's going to continue forever. He thinks that his dwelling places are the places that he's taken by his sword through rape, robbing, murdering, killing, stealing, destroying, things like that. And then calling these places after his own name that he's taken over, such as Africa, Scipio Africanus. You have America, Amerigo Vespucci. Even Asia. It's something Asiaticus. That's also an Edomite. He conquered these lands and then he names them after himself. But he does this because he thinks that he's going to continue forever, when he himself does not understand that the Lord is going to throw down anything that he builds up. It is not going to last. But what does he do? He goes around speaking and telling and boasting and being proud when he's but earth and ashes. Verse 13, I'm going to jump down. It says, their way is their folly, yet their posterity approve their saying. So their way is their folly. Esau's way is his foolishness, his folly. Folly is uselessness. Building up, trying to build up and do all these various things. The Lord says he's going to throw that down. But see, again, the other point of this lesson, Esau, he likes to lie. He likes to tell his lies. He likes to boast and talk as if the things that he is saying is solid and concrete and final. That's just not the case. But let's continue. Let's jump over to Psalms chapter 50, verse 19. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. And this is what Esau does. This is what the border of wickedness and or the tabernacles of Edom do. He gives his mouth to evil things. He speaks evil things. Death, destruction, bloodshed. And his tongue frameth deceits. They get on their TV. They get on these platforms, through the media and things like that. And what do? They tell lies. Press conferences, they tell lies to the public. They frame deceit. They come up with these lies. They go behind Esau. He's behind closed doors. And he comes up with what to say to mislead or misguide the people. Verse 20. It says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. And you got to think, Jacob and Esau came from the same man, came out of the same womb. And what does Esau do? He speaks against his brother Jacob. He slanders his mother's son. They both, Esau and Jacob had the same parents. But yet to this day, what do you have? Esau slandering Jake. All kind of lies, all kind of character assassination tactics, you know, character deformation, um, and so many other things. But this is Esau's MO. This is how he gets down. You know, one of his things is speaking about his supposed future and what he's going to do with this and that in the future. Well, those are lies. Those are deceits. Esau is but a man. It is the Heavenly Father that has the ultimate say so. Who will and who won't. What does and what don't. But let's continue. Let's go to Psalms chapter 52, verse 2. No, verse 1. It says, why boastest thou thyself in thy mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of Yahweh endureth continually. So why boastest thou thyself, O mighty man? Right now, Esau is the mighty man because he's in power. But who put him in that power? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, put him up. He raised Esau up, the basis of all men in the earth. Because of what? Our people were being hard-headed, disrespectful unto the Heavenly Father. So he used his whipping stick. That's all Esau is. He's there to bring punishment. But Esau, he boasts himself in his mischief, destabilizing nations, their countries, taking what is it? Taking goods, riches, resources. But Esau failed to realize that the Heavenly Father's goodness, his mercy endureth forever. Meaning the Heavenly Father rules forever, and the Lord is going to take down Esau. Just like the brother Akada and Yahweh Sop. They did the video. The Lord's going to throw down Esau. But Esau, he boasting because ain't nothing happened yet. But verse 2, the point. It says, thy tongue deviseth mischiefs, like a sharp razor working deceitfully. And this is what Esau does. His tongue deviseth all kind of mischiefs. It's like a sharp razor. It works deceitfully. It's destroying. Anything that Esau says, he gets on his TV and says, it is set up to destroy. It is set up to hurt, harm, and cause an end to whomever or whoever it is. But that's what his tongue does. It devises mischiefs. Mischief is when you're always getting into something. You're always causing some kind of trouble or problem. Like a sharp razor, as it says, like a sharp razor. Razors are deadly sharp. You can get cut with a razor, and you cut till you bleeding. But this is how Esau works. This is how he frames his mouth. This is what he does. His words are smoother than butter. But as a matter of fact, I'm gonna get that after I finish reading this. Verse 3. It says, thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. So Esau, he would rather love evil more than good. He loves evil more than good. And he would rather lie than to speak what's right, than to speak what's true. He'd rather tell you something out of his own heart. Verse 4. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. And that's what Esau is. He loves all devouring words. At any point, at any time, Esau will try to slander you. Take an instance or an example. How many Jake have been pulled over by Esau, and Esau lie on the police report or write something down to make Jake look bad if it shouldn't get on the news or reach mainstream media. Or if something does reach mainstream media, what do? They always try to paint Jake or whomever it is as a bad person and Esau as right. But when you look through the details and you really pay attention, Esau was wrong and the other person was innocent. But that's what they do. Like one instance where Esau shot Jake down. Jake was complying, doing everything that he was supposed to do, and Esau still shot him down and killed him. And then later when it came out on the news, the first thing that Esau's media tried to do was paint Jake as the bad guy. That's that tongue devising mischiefs and working like a razor, working deceitfully. They would have rather lied than to speak the truth. But let's continue. Let's jump over to Psalms 55, verse 20. Yeah, I'm going to start at verse 20. It says, He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. So Esau, he'll come up against people that have absolutely no qualms or anything against him. He'll put forth his hands against people that are at peace with him. Just look at what's going on the world stage between these countries. Just look at how Babylon America has handled these other countries that were even allies. That's what Esau does. He put his hands forth against people that are at peace with him, meaning he'll turn on you at any moment, at any time. So you could never, ever, 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 ever trust Esau at any moment. You can't trust him. I mean, Job didn't even trust him to be around animals. But let's continue. Verse 21, my point, and my ending point, I should say. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they are drawn swords. So the words of Esau, they're smooth like butter. You know, they're smoother than butter to be exact. You know, you put some butter on something, how things get all slippery, how silky smooth butter is. Well, that's how Esau come. He come talking like that, but his tongue is that sharp razor. His tongue is devising mischiefs, but his words are smoother than butter. But war is in his heart, in his mind. He's thinking how to destroy you, how to throw you down, how to get you out of the way. His words are softer than oil, yet they are drawn swords. When somebody draws a sword, they intend to cut, to gash, or to slash whatever the target is. So Esau's words are destructive. His lies are destructive. Just look at 2/3 of our people and these man-made religions that come out of the Catholic Church. Esau's words are destructive. He is a deceitful liar. And like the video that the brothers did. The Lord finna throw all that down. He finna get rid of all lying and malice, all deceitful dealings. He finna get rid of that. He finna stop Esau's lies and stomp Esau out like a fire. And with that, shalom.